yeah, I wanted to address too the importance of student involvement and how best can parents go about getting them involved into this process from the very beginning, because it's their life, and eventually this is what they're going to be working with and moving towards as well.
Yeah, I do. In my classroom, I've spent a lot of time thinking through how do I map out those strengths?
Mm-hmm.
How do I help students see those and match them to the things that they could potentially do in the future, as
Yeah.
far as real career choices? So
Mm-hmm.
laying them out and going through the detailed process, um, over year after year.
Mm-hmm.
How can I expect a student at 17, 18, or 19 to go, oh yeah, that's easy. I just will disclose my disability, and it just doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, and how do I match who I am with a realistic job choice? Um,
Right.
I, I think I a little bit got off of your
Oh,
question,
that's
but
okay. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's a good thing to address, because yeah, they it's a period of self-discovery. And what I remember listening to, I went to some parent meeting about, it was a guy, he was a financial planner, but he was explaining about transition planning and in the process he goes, you get to these goals that your student has, but then that goal, the end goal, may change or be tweaked a little bit just because of the student is learning more about themselves through this process, and it's kind of like this give and take back and forth as the transition plan transitions
it
during,
always does.
yeah, and it's great to have your student involved in that process, and to say, well, no, I think I want to head this direction, and so then, okay, let's reevaluate what your goals are, and all these things. And so it's this ongoing fluid process, instead of just, okay, we've got the 4-year plan, now let's just stick to it. I can see some parents doing that.
Right, right. Yeah. And I feel like, and this is really reflective in the work that I do, the books that I've written, the tools that I try to put out for people, is that, okay, let's give them all of the prompts that they need to be able to,
Mm-hmm.
make authentic responses, and we can tweak this thing as we go. But
Right.
what is the big dream? What
Mm-hmm.
is your story? How do you share about your communication style, the mode of
Mm-hmm.
communication that you use? How can you best be understood? And then move
Right.
into those, what are my strengths and weaknesses? How do I then
Mm-hmm.
match those to career goals? And then
Mm-hmm.
from that, okay, how am I going to, enter into those activities that will help prepare me for a real job?
Right.
There's so much to do from those middle school years.